Let's move on to the next headline.
South Korean skeleton slider Jung Seung-gi won a gold medal at the International Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation World Cup in Plagne, France, where he took the lead from world champion Matt Weston by just 0.08 seconds.
프랑스 라플라뉴에서 열린 2023-2024 시즌 국제 봅슬레이 스켈레톤 연맹 월드컵 2차 대회에서 우리나라의 정승기 선수가 세계 챔피언 맷 웨스턴 선수를 0.08초 차로 따돌리고 금메달을 획득했습니다. How close was that?
Wow, that's
That's by a hair, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. I was going to say a photo finish, but
yeah.
you know, in skeleton you can't be racing two people at one time. That would be
Right.
that would be very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, wow, by just that much. But that's all it takes, right?
Yeah.
You know, we say a lot of sports. A game of inches is a phrase you'll hear a lot in certain sports because you know an inch can be the difference between a goal or not a goal. Did it cross the line or
Sure.
not? And,
Yeah.
You know, in this case, it's just a matter.
0.08 seconds.
Fraction of a second. That's all it takes. And this particular player, I guess they call them sliders in skeleton.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
Never
it's
heard
kind
that
of cool.
before.
I'm a
Well,
slider.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess I wasn't familiar with this sport, but yeah.
Few people are really. It's that sport that you really only hear about during the Olympics, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. 슬라이더라고 한답니다. 이제 스켈레톤 선수를요. So, yeah, could you give us the records?
So it was 2 runs. So
okay.
it's a combined score, 2 minutes
Right.
and 0.61 seconds.
Ooh, okay.
And as we mentioned, yeah, just 0.08 seconds ahead of Britain's Matt Weston. So Jung has had quite a career already, but just hadn't reached his peak. You know, and is this his peak? The gold medal? It's definitely the high point at the moment, right?
Right.
He keeps winning gold medals, then we could say, you know, his peak is this. You know, the time that when he's on top.
Yeah, he
right?
could continue his winning streak.
Right. So if you
Hopefully.
just win 1 gold medal, that's your peak. But if you have a career where you're on top, then you could sort of call that a lot of times in sports we'll call it someone's prime as well.
Prime, like
Yeah.
primetime news.
Yeah, exactly. So Jung has won 3 silvers and 2 bronzes in the past, but this is the first gold at a world championship. So, yeah, big congrats.
Yeah, saw some pictures. He looked very happy.
I can imagine.
obviously.
I can imagine. I would just be happy surviving that sport. I watched a little bit just to refresh my memory on the skeleton, and wow,
yeah.
I just wonder how people get into that. How do you decide like? This is going to be my path in life because when I was a kid, I did lots of tobogganing down hills.
In Canada, I guess you're more used to that sort of
winter sports,
yeah.
right? But like to do the skeleton, obviously there's there's not just skeleton tracks all over the place.
Exactly,
Like I've
yeah.
never seen one with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
You'd have to go somewhere special to actually get a chance to. How do you get good at it? That's what I wonder.
It's definitely sort of niche in a way.
Oh yeah, big time. And you definitely would
Yeah.
need money to be in a sport like that.
Yes. Now, skeleton slider you mentioned earlier on, so you don't say skeleton runner or athlete or player.
No, I guess slider's
Slider.
the term they use for it. That's kind of cool.
This is just a technical term. 그래서 스켈레톤 종목의 선수를요, skeleton slider라고 한다는 거고요. And if you take the lead,
That means that you are in first place. Or, if a game isn't over yet,
Yeah.
then one team. So taking the lead means that you weren't in the lead originally. So in a
Right.
sport like ice hockey or football, soccer, you would if you're if it's 1-0 and I'm up 1 on you,
Yeah.
you would first have to draw even
Right.
and then take the lead. But in other sports where you get more than 1 point for a conversion, you can actually be losing and then take the lead. So in American
Sure.
football, that happens all the time. They kick a field goal. A team, if you miss the field goal, you lose the game. If you score, you win. Basketball
okay.
is the same way, right? Because you get 2 or 3 points for a shot.
Right,
Player
right.
puts up the ball. It hits the rim. It's, you're either going to win or lose depending on
Right.
how the ball falls.
그래요. 자, take the lead라는 거는 우리 달리기 생각했을 때, 좀 뒤처지고 있다가, 그 다음에 이제 선두에 달리는 선수와 나란히 달리다가, 그 다음에 그 선수를 제치고 내가 앞서갈 때, 그때부터 이제 taking the lead라고 얘기를 할 수 있습니다. 이제 선두에 서게 되는 것을 말하죠. So Jung, of course, has taken the lead. He's snatched the victory. He's won the crown.
Right. So, like, I would assume here that Matt Weston went first.
Yeah.
He was in the lead. And then with Jung's performance, it was better. So he
Right.
took over that top spot.
Exactly. 네, take the lead라는 표현이 이렇게 쓰였습니다. Here's the headline again. South Korean skeleton slider Jung Seung-gi won a gold medal at the International Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation World Cup in Plagne, France, where he took the lead from world champion Matt Weston by just 0.08 seconds.